The movie begins with a samurai warrior named Hanzo who is teaching his son a life lesson about the power of a scorpion because of its will to fight. After the father and son moment together, Hanzo takes his son back to the village only for them to be ambushed by a clan of ninjas called the Lin Kei clan. To defend himself, Hanzo began to fight and defeat them in a tactically gruesome way. However, he runs away with his son after realizing he is outnumbered by the clan. He goes to a hideout only to discover that his entire village has already been massacred. Hanzo hurries to check on his wife, who is not even recognizable as she has also been killed by the ninjas. Hanzo became so angry that he killed every one of the ninjas, slicing through their bodies and dismembering them, making sure no one gets out alive. Suddenly the leader of the Lin Kei clan appears, a ninja called Sub-Zero. He holds his son's neck and forces Hanzo to surrender. As Hanzo surrenders, Sub-Zero captures him using his ice powers and makes him watch as he slowly strangles his son. A trapped Hanzo cries as he promises revenge, but Sub-Zero kills him before he could utter any more words. In the next scene, a temple where we see a monk named Lukong meditating until a mysterious person from the dark started attacking him with laser force. Lukong was able to pin the opponent on to find out it was his master, Lord Raiden. Master Raiden was only testing his skills for the upcoming tournament in China, as it turns out. We see a large number of people placing their bet on a street fight. In the fight is a girl named Sonya Blade who is getting her ass handed to her from a really huge opponent called the China Rock. Sonya gets a training montage from her days in the Special Forces which motivated her to return back on her feet and uses a strong metal to break the guy's teeth and end him with a heel to the face. A mysterious guy in the crowd who saw her impressive fighting skills and invited her to a Mortal Kombat tournament. She happily accepts the invitation after finding out her archenemy Kano will be there. Meanwhile, Hanzo resurrected from the dead in the Netherworld, he finds himself tied up in chains like a fake Kratos. He is confronted by the Demon King who began to torture him really bad. Hanzo smartly draws the demon's attention to him and tears off his ears with his teeth and frees himself using the lava and begins to fight for his life. Hanzo quickly picks up the sharpest sword he can find and slashes the demon into two after a short confrontation. Hanzo later meets with a magician in the Netherworld named Quan Chi who persuades Hanzo to fight for him in the Mortal Kombat tournament as well as to steal a very powerful key, and he will help him get his revenge on Sub-Zero and bring his dead family back to life. A gullible Hanzo agrees to this attractive deal without hesitation and changes his name to a demonic ninja scorpion. The tournament is about to begin and two Earth fighters named Johnny Cage, a rich Hollywood actor, and Sonya Blade, the Special Forces agent, were recruited by Lord Raiden along with his student Liu Kang so they can defend Earthrealm by fighting in the Mortal Kombat tournament. On the other hand, Scorpion arrives at a hidden island and proceeds to steal the special key according to his orders from Quan Chi. However, he was apprehended by Lord Raiden who tells him that Quan Chi is only deceiving him and will never return his family back to him. As the Mortal Kombat tournament between the Earthrealm champions and the Netherrealm champions was about to begin, Chang Sheng, the representative leader of the Netherrealm, brought out one of his prisoners named Jax Briggs, who was also Sonya Blade's commanding officer. Jax was captured by a mercenary Kano and is forced to fight his champion named Goro. When the fight began, Jax immediately loses his confidence after realizing the fight was totally out of his league, as Goro toys him around like a kitten and rips off both his arms. Goro was about to finish him off, but Lord Raiden appears in anger and heals Jax's wounds, knocking out Goro with just a fist. Lord Raiden is angry at Chang Sheng because this fight is not in accordance with the rules, as the Mortal Kombat tournament hasn't started yet. Jax is taken back into Chang Sheng custody and officially begins the tournament by sending each of the fighters in a separate dimension to fight in one-on-one combat. The first fight was between Johnny Cage and Baraka. Looking at the way he was being attacked, Johnny realizes that this tournament is no movie set but a real fight. He dodges all the strikes, causing Baraka to set the building on fire with his blades. He quickly escapes just before the building was about to collapse, leaving Baraka to be crushed by the bricks. The next fight in the tournament is Sonya Blade versus Reptile. Sonya is having a really tough time in this fight as the Reptile has the power of invisibility. She then smartly decides to pretend as if she's dead, prompting Reptile to finally show his true form in front of her. Sonya takes the opportunity to attack him, this time overpowering him with her superior fighting skills, and finishes him by doing a fatality. Scorpion, who is still revenge-driven, sees one of Sub-Zero clan members and captures him. He kills the clan member after he wasn't getting any answers concerning Sub-Zero's whereabouts and forge forwards to track him down. Next fight is Liu Kang vs Katana. Looking at the way Liu Kang was only defending, it's obvious that he doesn't want to hurt her, but instead he begs her to stop as she keeps attempting to kill him. He puts her to the ground and threatens to kill her if she doesn't back down. It turns out that all of Lord Raiden champions are winning the tournament, which made Shang Tsung furious. He informs Raiden that all his champions will not make it far as a dangerous clan called the Black Dragon will soon attack them. Raiden is outraged, believing it's another way of Shang Tsung cheating to defeat his champions. After the tournament, all the champions of Raiden reunited together, but they see Scorpion finishing off some members of the Black Dragon clan. Thinking Scorpion is the bad guy, they were about to fight him, but Johnny Cage stops the commotion, reminding them that fighting each other isn't worth the time because they have a bigger threat they should be preparing for. If you are enjoying this recap, remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you do not miss future uploads. Johnny, after everything he has experienced, still couldn't believe monsters and magic is real, but Sonya talks some sense into him, saying everything he has seen so far is real. Lord Raiden suddenly appears in front of them, telling his champions to quickly head back to the temple where their final battle awaits them. On their way to the temple, the champions were surrounded by the Black Dragon's clan. They are afraid due to the fact they were outnumbered, but as Liu Kang notices one of them disguised as Scorpion, he immediately regains his confidence to fight. Scorpion comes out of the disguise and starts attacking them with his spear, killing them violently in groups, while the rest of them join him. Johnny is ready to fight, but he always ending up under Sonya's protection as she thinks he is weak. Liu Kang unleashes his special bicycle kick move as he finishes off the rest of the Black Dragon members. Kano shows up from nowhere and starts to shoot as the group makes their escape. While he was having his fun, Sub-Zero appears and kicks him away for dishonoring the Mortal Kombat tournament, while the vengeful Scorpion was watching from behind. He attacks Sub-Zero off guard, saying he is finally going to take his revenge on his family. But Sub-Zero appears to be really confused, but still has to defend himself. After a brief encounter between the two, Scorpion sacrificed himself just to kill Sub-Zero on a spike in the valley. While Sonya and Johnny Cage chases after Kano so they can find Jax, it is revealed that Scorpion is still not dead, and we see Quan Chi yelling at him for losing focus on his mission of stealing the special keys, but instead fighting Sub-Zero. Feeling annoyed, Quan Chi reveals that he was really the one that killed his family by using his magic to disguise himself as Sub-Zero. Quan Chi left him for dead, believing he is dead, but Scorpion later pulls himself off the spike. Sonya, while on the chase for Kano, stops after finding Jax in his custody. Kano releases a group of enormous monsters to fight her, who ended up beating her up as she is unable to fight off that many monsters alone. Liu Kang arrives at the temple to fight Shang Tsung's final champion Garo, who appears to be winning the fight. Meanwhile, Sonya was about to be killed by the monsters and Johnny Cage comes out from nowhere and smashes the monster to rescue Sonya, who is left shocked on how he can actually fight. Together they both defeated all the monsters with their otherworldly fighting chemistry and went to kill Kano, who threatens if they move any closer he will kill Jax. Jax bites his hand, giving Sonya the chance to take him down. Meanwhile, Goro is beating the hell out of Liu Kang. Shang Tsung finds out that Quan Chi tries to poison him so he can take the special key in his possession to free his master Shinnok. He captures Quan Chi. Meanwhile, Garo was about to rip out Liu Kang's arms upon Shang Tsung's orders, but Scorpion kills Garo from behind. Seeing his last champion dead, Shang Tsung tries to convince Scorpion to kill Liu Kang and he can hand over Quan Chi to him for his revenge. Scorpion instead attacks Shang Tsung after thinking this through, threatening him to hand over the key to him and therefore ending the tournament. Shang Tsung is about to fight Scorpion but backs down as soon as Lord Raiden steps in. He transported himself back to the Netherrealm, promising revenge on them. Without Shang Tsung's powers, the whole temple will collapse, so Raiden and Liu Kang runs out of the temple, leaving Scorpion and Quan Chi to their fates. Quan Chi and Scorpion gets into a really epic battle as they were both smashing bones, but Scorpion has the advantage because he cannot die no matter how Quan Chi damages him with a sword. Scorpion weakens Quan Chi with a really massive blow, then tears off both his arms, then rips off his head and finally giving him the famous flames thrower fatality. This way he will never be able to reincarnate. This concludes part 1. Stay tuned for part 2.